the deal, you guys? It is your girl, Fallon Favors. Yes, back again for another episode of the Baby Mama Chronicles. Welcome. If this is your first time here and you're just now joining the BM gang, I just want to give you a special shout out, a special hello. On this platform, we're concentrated and focused on uplifting mothers, single mothers, baby mamas. We're dispelling the negative connotations and associations with the word, changing the narrative. And again, we're going to do that a lot on the BMC. It's about accountability, self-love, and a whole bunch of other things. Make sure you check out all the old videos, like, subscribe, and share, and tap in because we giving free game, baby, free game. Okay, you guys, so this is another real talk video. I have a couple of real talks. Make sure you go ahead and check some of those out. I had a super dope one on Instagram. I probably will do another follow-up. I've had one follow-up on the Instagram, but of course, Instagram is so prevalent in all of our lives. I'll probably do a follow-up really, really soon. Baby daddies that stay with their baby mamas to make the baby mama, their family, other people in the community happy. There's a thing that exists within family structure, culturally, right? And I know it may not seem like it because, you know, a lot of us, especially 80s babies, even some of our 90s babies, right? A lot of us did grow up in single parent households. So growing up with that dynamic of that strong single mother, it wasn't that foreign to us. But I think because so many of us were so damaged by the separation between our fathers and our mothers, we definitely have made a cause to try our best to stay with the person with whom we have children with, right? Only problem with that is, because it's not necessarily a bad thing that we want to kind of, you know, shift out of that broken family structure and move back into a strong family, two-parent household. We really weren't given a lot of the tools to properly vet, okay, the person in which we co-parent with, who we choose to co-parent with. We haven't done it. We haven't had a lot of experience and a lot of knowledge and wisdom given to us on how to necessarily vet the people properly. So there are many of us, okay? There are many of us that have children with your baby mama, your baby daddy, and they may not necessarily be the person with whom you would have chosen, but that's kind of just where you landed, okay? Because you was maybe being ranching, or I'm just kidding. But, you know, life happens, right? There are very few of us that were actually conceived with the intention of we love each other. We are ready to extend our expression of love through giving life and through giving birth, child, okay? You know, we oops babies. A lot of us is side babies. A lot of us is, you know, keeping nigga babies. Just keeping it real. Like, all of us are not under that, you know, family structure that a lot of us wish we were probably born into. And so again, we don't necessarily have the knowledge on how to select partners in that way. This is the issue. Men in this society, okay, and I'm noticing it, you know, so much as, you know, I get older, as I kind of just look around, and, you know, I'm very observant, and I study and I watch. And it seems as though men are definitely under a lot of pressure to, again, step out of that broken family structure that they may have been born into, but they're also really trying their best to be accepted in the community and kind of have a different face of what their family is. And I'm going to specifically speak about Black men because that's where I have the most experience, you know, and that's where my heart is as far as trying to mend the fences of Black female and Black male interpersonal relationships. But it seems as though also Black men for far too long have been silenced, greatly silenced about a lot of the things that they feel, just their emotions and feelings in general. For example, I'm pregnant, okay? I am hell-bent and, you know, convinced that it is my time to have a child. I am ready. I am not aborting my baby. I'm not giving my baby up for adoption. None of these things are options, right? I am having my baby. And the man with whom I have had, or have conceived with, you know, his feelings really aren't taken into account when it comes to that stage of the pregnancy, at that stage of the life being created, and now this is a real thing and we are going to be bringing a child into this world. So we are never really, in the context of the mother-father dynamic. From the very beginning, we're very rarely checking in with them to see how they feel even about being a father. And if we are, it probably doesn't have a lot of influence on which way we go as far as whether or not we're going to have the baby or whether or not, you know, we're going to explore other options. So from that moment, you know, we're not really necessarily tapping in with him to see how he feels over the course of the pregnancy. You know, it probably, you know, probably stays pretty much the same. And even after. So let's say child is now 2 years old, 3 years old, right? And let's say that the man is doing his best to assimilate to the role of being a father, you know, even if he doesn't have any experience. Obviously, of course, he wouldn't unless he's already had children. But I mean, maybe, you know, have grown up in a real structured environment to where he has a lot more to lend to raising a child. But he's assimilating, he's getting himself together, he's making the sacrifices, and he is doing what it takes to be there for the child, right? Let's say within that time frame, though, you know, he's still trying to make the family dynamic happen. Because for women, right, it is rare. It's not impossible, but it is rare that a woman is going to allow herself to be impregnated by a man, carry that baby to full term, and she not want to have anything to do with the father. Like, seriously, bro, you know, it was a mistake. God bless you, nothing but the best, okay? Nothing but the best. I just want to be able to have this baby, raise this baby with you, but I don't want to be with you. You know what I mean? More often than not, yes, we want to be with you. Yes, we want to make this thing work. You know, even if we kind of don't really even like you for real, but we feel like, okay, we have this baby, so maybe there's a hidden meaning behind why we're together. Let's work this out. Let's be together. We gonna try to push it and try to make it work. You know what I mean? So it's very rare that a woman is going to opt out of that life, especially once she's given birth to the child. With men, just because we've had their baby doesn't necessarily mean that they have an emotional bond or connection to us per se. And, you know, there are a lot of men, the whole basis of this conversation, right? The whole basis of the conversation is there are a lot of men that get to that point with their baby mama, okay? And again, I usually see it happening anywhere from the time the child is born all the way up to maybe like 3 or 4. Those first 4 years, right? You know, I see the man really trying to step up and be that father, you know, exceed expectations, trying to do the best that he can to be there for his child, right? And in doing that, you know, he wants to also secure the family dynamic. You know, he probably does have some feelings for the baby mama. You know what I mean? He probably cares about her. But deep down, because again, we're not checking in with the men to see how they feel. Deep down, he may not want to be with the baby mama. He may just want to be a father. But because of the pressure, the societal pressure, right? The community pressure to be this father of the year, to be this, you know, man of influence, to be a lot of different things, right? That pressure begins to weigh, and a lot of times men, baby daddies, will suppress their true feelings and nature by being with a baby mama that they truly, genuinely don't want to be with. And they also don't want to be chastised and ostracized from the community, from that family structure, the immediate family structure, because baby mamas do be playing keep away with the baby. And then, of course, the dynamic around that baby mama, her family, right? He doesn't necessarily want to, and this is a man I'm talking of, like, you know, morale, character, a man that actually does, you know, care about how he's perceived in the community and the people that are around him in his nucleus, and outer body of that nucleus, right? I'm talking all kind of stuff. I hit the nucleus, girl. What are you talking about? And so he doesn't want to disappoint those people. So he may very well try to put on a brave face and be that father, you know, for the whole family, and not genuinely be happy. So this is kind of like a PSA to my baby daddies, okay? I know some of you are crying for help, and even some of the baby daddies have hit me up to talk about their plights and issues with their baby mamas. Baby daddies, feel free to inbox me. Drop some comments below if you kind of understand where I'm coming from. If you've ever dealt with this, you know, I advocate for you guys too. This is not just a baby daddy bashing channel. This is about bridging the gap. This is about bridging the gap between baby mamas and baby daddies, so that way we can raise healthier children. We can kind of heal some of our past traumas, hopefully together, through the way and the path of, you know, doing better for our kids. And so I advocate for you too. And a lot of you guys are suffering in silence, men in general, okay? In today's day and time, even with all of the different exposures and access that we have to therapy, self-work, shadow work, all of the different, you know, sciences and different methods that we have in order to be able to really do a lot of heavy introspection, to figure out who we are, to heal. A lot of us are still not taking advantage of that, male and female, but male, our Black men, a lot of them still are not doing it. And a lot of them are suffering in silence. And a lot of them are not happy within the dynamics of their baby mama, baby daddy situation. And so they are staying in the baby mama, baby daddy situation for the sake of the kids, for the sake of saving face with the community, with the immediate family, with their peers. Because maybe there's also peers in their network that do have baby mama, baby daddy situations or dynamics that are working, where they genuinely are happy. They genuinely do have a strong bond and family unit. But maybe that's not his story, but he will make himself have that story, you know, and it not really genuinely be how he feels. And a lot of men do not have the safe space to be honest about how they feel, to express what it is that they want. They kind of just have to bite the bullet. And honestly, it's probably paramount in how men handle the situations that they deal with outside of that baby mama, baby daddy situation. A lot of men will just sneak around. You know what I'm saying? A lot of men will live their life that they want to live away from the home. I mean, and married men do this too. Men in relationships. This is not nothing new under the sun. We definitely will be doing some topics on that coming very, very soon. You know, we got to do baby steps. That's what I always say, y'all. Baby steps, baby steps. He may very well be going outside of his baby mama, baby daddy situation because he doesn't have space to express himself. So he'll just sneak around. You know, nobody gets hurt. Everybody stays happy. The family gets what they need. He gets what he needs. And that's that. And some women, you know, baby mamas included, are okay with that. They subconsciously and intuitively feel that this man may be having some of these reservations, but what I don't know won't kill me. And I don't want to know. I just want to stay inside my safe little bubble. And, you know, there's a lot of fear also on the baby mama's part of not being able to hold on to and be able to really have the family life that she's always wanted. I don't speak in absolutes because, you know, not every woman wants to have a family structure, but so many of us, okay, of all different races, right, want to have a family. So many of us want that love, that bond, that togetherness, that unit. That's what our genetic, biological predisposition is to have a family. And so we will try our best to make it work. We will try our best to just thug it out, you know what I mean? But it doesn't necessarily mean that this is the person that we're really supposed to be with. Maybe this was the person that we were supposed to bring life into the world with. And there's somebody on the other side of our situation that truly is meant to be in our lives to fulfill our needs, to emotionally, you know, satisfy us, to bring, you know, romantic love, joy, and companionship into our lives, right? And maybe the same for the baby daddy, but we can't strong arm, ladies, right? We don't want to strong arm the situation and try to force a man into that relationship with us solely because we have a baby. And men, as men, because y'all talk real big, y'all chest be puffed out, y'all super gangster, y'all super, you know, machismo, alpha male, okay? Understand that you cannot claim any of those titles if you're not ready to live in your truth. If you're not able to tell the truth. If you're lying and you're hiding and you're trying to save face for the purpose of, baby, you're not really standing within the manhood that you could, okay? I'm not going to discount your manhood in its totality, because if you're being a good father and you are doing your best to contribute to society and to, you know, support your family, you're doing your thing, you know what I mean? And I will give you that. However, Understand it's levels, okay? So if you're not ready to really look your baby mama in the eye and tell her how you really feeling, if you really truly don't want to be with her, if you on the side doing stuff behind her back and you not keeping it real with her, be a man in that way. Okay, and you might have to just let the chips fall. I know a lot of men are scared of that because, you know, the women do play keep away with their baby, which again is one of the main reasons why men elect to not be forthright about how it is that they feel. But you cannot let that deter you, young men, baby daddies. Should I step into the light, you guys? Oh, look at that light. It looks so good. Sorry, you guys, the light keeps changing. I apologize again. I'm filming in the latter part of the day. I'm trying to get this content to y'all, okay? But again, men, you cannot let that deter you. You have to be honest enough with yourself and honest enough with the people that you have around you. You cannot slack on that. It's super, super important because over time, ultimately, you are going to be damaging the woman with whom you have a child. And as the longer you wait, baby, the worse it's going to be. You might as well do it early. You might as well do it as soon as you can and honor how you feel. You deserve to be happy too. Men, in 2022, you deserve to be happy too. It is your birthright to be happy, not just to provide, not just to be a father, not just again to be a provider and somebody that, you know, enterprises and, you know, makes their mark on the world. Your happiness is important as well. And you should be able to do it unapologetically and access it and be in the pursuit of it unapologetically. So just keep that in mind. Okay, you guys, so this was just something really, really quick, something on my mind. Y'all let me know how y'all feel below, which is a little tidbit, right? Ladies, do you know baby daddies that have stayed in a situation with their baby mama for the sake of the baby and you know they not happy? Baby daddies, have you been in a situation where you with your baby mama but you really don't want to be, but you trying to stay for the kids, you want to stay for the family, you want to do what you feel like you're supposed to do, but you are suffering in silence? Please, this is your time to speak out. Make sure you hit me up, you guys. Drop something in the comments. Let me know if you can relate, if you resonate with any of these things. Again, like, subscribe, share. Make sure you guys are tapping in. Talk, I talk back. And I will see you guys in the next video.